This is the KONICA C35 Rangefinder film camera, and I will show you the basic steps how to operate it. For the start, you will need a battery, even though it uses for the light metering, but this is an automatic exposure camera, so you will not have the means to change the aperture and the shutter speed. So you will need a battery. The battery compartment is here. You can try opening it with your fingernail, a coin, or some kind of tool. This camera used a 1.3 volt mercury battery, but you can also use these LR44 batteries too. The exposure will not be exact, but I used this camera quite successfully and I was happy with the results. To load it with film, you only have to pull the rewind knob and the door swings out. Need to catch the film inside that spool. Okay, it should be enough. Close the door and fire it a couple of times until we can see in that little window. 1. Okay. To set the film speed, there is this little ring, textured ring that you need to adjust according to the film speed of yours. You can see down in that little window there. Now it's in ISO 80 and it goes from 25 up to 400. Under this little glass is the light meter. To focus, there is little thumb helper. It helps you keep it and focus. Holding it something like this, it's quite easy to focus with it, but also you can catch it as you like. There is the focusing scale. I will not cover the flash because I never used flash on these old cameras, but to set it you have to push this little button and you can rotate that ring also. So as I told you, it is an automatic, but it also has B time bulb. Again, you need to push this little button if you want to set outside of auto. Just put it back to auto. Okay. So this is the top plate. You have the shutter release, the shutter lever, the flash mount, film plane and the rewind knob, and also the shutter counter. On the back, it's quite simple. You have the viewfinder, serial number, backplate. On this side there is the flash coupling, just the hinge, the bottom, the tripod socket, the rewind release, the battery compartment, that little button and the focusing helper. Now it's ready, just so you can hear how quiet it is. Yeah, and one little tip, if you want to make sure that the film is actually was mounted correctly, you can just pull the rewind knob, so you feel a little bit of tension, and when you arm it, you will see that this will rotate. The lens is fixed, so there is no way to mount another lens. It has a 38mm Konica Hexanon 2.8. It's quite nice. Here you can see the self-timer. You have to push it down to almost at 90 degrees, and when you shoot it, you have around 10 seconds. Now let's just take a look at the viewfinder. Now it is out of focus, and now is it in focus. On the right side you can see the light meter working. Now it would shoot at a speed of 250 and f.8 as I can see. Okay. To rewind the film, you have to push this little button. Afterwards you can rewind the film. If you listened carefully, you could hear that was the moment when the film was put back. Now just lift this up. Take out the film. To close it, let's just show you how it looks. Put it into bulb. Okay. Okay. To close it, you only need to push it until you hear the click. So that's it. This is kind of a simple rangefinder camera, but it is full metal. It feels nice. I'm not a fan of rangefinder focusing systems, but I used it a couple of times and I was happy with the results. I will just show you a couple of pictures that I made with this little camera. If you own this camera, please let me know your opinion in the comments. What do you think? Did you like it? And do not forget to subscribe, share, comment and like. Sadly, right after finishing this video, the light meter just simply died. The main possibilities are that the circuit containing the light meter sensor just disconnected, the wires maybe broke off, or that the CDS sensor just died due to age. In the previous recording it was clearly visible that the light meter was working fine, but afterwards, in a couple of minutes, it simply jumped up in the overexposure extreme and did not react to anything, even if I covered the whole sensor completely. So just a tip to keep in mind if you're buying vintage cameras that are fully automatic, just to keep in mind that the light meter, if it dies, you are kinda checkmated. In my camera, if the batteries are inside, it will shoot at the highest speed and the smallest aperture, and if the batteries are out, it will shoot at the slowest speed and the highest and the largest aperture.